This week we're looking at the 10 things you can do if you want to make better videos for YouTube. Hello, my name is Simon Cade and this is DSLR Guide. So when I started making YouTube videos, the most advice that people could give me was pretty much to share my YouTube videos across all forms of social media, and then also to ask people to subscribe, to do a call to action. Now I think both of these things are pretty much completely missing the point. So this week I'm sharing the things which I think are more important when it comes to making YouTube videos. Now, lots of people want to make YouTube videos as their full-time job, and that's understandable because you get to have complete creative control over your projects and no boss to answer to. But I do think it's a little bit like applying for a job, say at a restaurant, and they say, you know what, if you work for us for 2 years without any payment at all, then we might just bump it up to minimum wage. And that's pretty much been my experience on YouTube. It took me a year of doing videos every single week before I reached 600 subscribers. And even now, after making weekly videos for about 2.5 years, I'm still a long way off earning as much as a minimum wage worker. Now, I'm not complaining. I guess my point is that you can't expect to earn loads of money on YouTube straight away. The chances are you have to put in some real effort before you see any results at all. And really, if you think about it, that's pretty normal as far as jobs go. Loads of people spend years and years, far more than I've spent on my YouTube channel. They'll spend at college studying to become an engineer or something, and they have to pay for that. So let's go back to when I first started making videos. Now this was when I was completely concentrating on filmmaking equipment and visual effects, so I would make short action films. And I was so fixated on the technical side that I didn't even realise that the storyline of my films were pretty much a guy walks in and shoots as many bad guys as possible. I didn't realise that this was a problem because I was so focused on the technical aspects of the film. Whereas now I think the best way to stand out on YouTube is to completely flip that on its head and focus on the creative side more than the technical side. So for example, the film noir style of filmmaking was pretty much born out of some filmmakers who didn't have much money. They told stories about detectives, about regular people double-crossing each other, and about murderers. Because these kind of films can be made on a tiny budget. You don't need any expensive locations or any visual effects. And the thing is, despite their small budget, many of these movies are still seen as really great films 70 years later. So no matter what kind of videos you're interested in making, put the emphasis on the creative side, what the video is actually about. So if you're doing comedy, then it's all about the jokes. If you're doing drama, it's all about the performance. If you're doing action, it's all about the plot. And it all starts with a great script. Now you may have noticed that I've never asked you guys to subscribe to my channel or to hit like on a video, because that's just not how I talk to people. I think it's best to let your content be the reason that people hit like or subscribe, because I know that when I'm watching YouTube videos, I'll decide for myself whether I want to subscribe to a YouTube channel or not. So I think this is one of the first steps towards treating your audience like people rather than just statistics. And you can definitely see from this video, I mean, all we've talked about so far is about being successful. So you can see that it's really easy to get caught up in the stats. So one of the things that I do to try and combat that obsession with views and subscribers is to only check my analytics once a month. I know there was one point where I was checking every single week, making sure that the videos were doing better than they did last week. I just don't think that's a healthy mindset to have. Because whether you like it or not, YouTube videos are a form of art, and I don't think that statistics make very good art. So basically this just means that let's say you make a video and it doesn't get nearly as many views as some of your other ones. That doesn't mean you can never make a video like that again, or that you have to stick with the kind of videos that have done better in the past, because that's what the big movie studios are doing. They're all about playing it safe, only investing in things that have an established market so they know they'll sell tickets, which is why we have so many sequels and remakes being made at the moment. So here on YouTube, we're free to take those creative risks that a committee of studio executives wouldn't necessarily approve. So we have this opportunity to make whatever the kind of thing you want to make is, and I think that's something that's extremely valuable, to be able to focus on that rather than the statistics. But if there's one thing we can learn from the big movie studios, is that they work hard to keep things concise. They'll often cut out some pretty good scenes because they realise that it's not absolutely necessary to tell the story. And here on YouTube, it's a lot easier for someone to click away from the video once they get bored. So stay on topic, don't repeat yourself, and be as concise as possible. Now when I started this channel, I really wasn't very confident in front of the camera. I definitely didn't speak in a concise way, and I was making product reviews, which I think are now pretty boring as far as content goes. But something has changed in the last 2 years to make my videos better, and I can't be the camera because I've been using the same camera all along, and I don't think I had any specific epiphany moments. The reason why my videos have improved is because I've been doing it every single week. So just having all those opportunities to look for ways to improve and to just get that solid practice that makes such a big difference over time. So to sum it all up, expect to work hard before you see results, focus on the content rather than the equipment or the stats, keep it short and know that you're only going to get better as you practice. So that's pretty much it for this week. On the blog post I'll add some extra quick tips which are just really simple things that pretty much anyone can do. But that's it for this week and I'll see you next time.